Hi everyone. I haven't made a video in a long time. It's been about maybe a week. But what this video is gonna be about, I'm gonna be talking whether GoPro Hero 6 is gonna be worth it for vlogging. Just vlogging, I made a review of a camera if it's worth it after 9 months, but now this is a different one. Is it worth it for vlogging? But first, let's roll into the introduction. Oops. I just forgot if you haven't added an introduction yet. Let's forget about the introduction. So yes, and what I have this camera right here, a handheld mount, and this is my, my favorite for vlogging, and this is a GoPro Hero 6. What I'll be talking about, what's the best setting, is it worth it, and I'll show you, if it's actually real or not. So yeah, then this is a handheld mount, I said on the review before, this is an older handheld. I'll put the newer link below for you guys to see. And let's go with the best setting right now. There's not a lot of 4K, computer going on around yet for YouTube and stuff like that. So I just use resolution of 1080p right now for that. That's the best I can think of. And of course, if you want the natural motion, like when you wave and you see a little motion blur, you want to use a 24 frame per second, and that's what I use for my camera, 24 frame per second. And of course, the camera, what's really nice about it, it got linear mode. The previous GoPro before Hero 5, I believe, had a wide view, and now this camera had a super view and wide view and linear mode. And linear is like a normal, like just this camera I have right now. And the audio, I believe this audio is the best out of this GoPro. This Hero 6, this one has the best audio. So that's why I think this is a great for vlogging camera. If you are a guy debating whether if you want to keep it low budget, you don't want to spend too much, you're just starting out vlogging and stuff like that, I strongly recommend GoPro Hero 6 because you can take it anywhere. You can use it like if you want to use it for wakeboarding, water sport, or anything in general. It's really small, compact camera. You can travel with you. It's really easy and instead of carrying a huge camera, worrying about the microphone or worrying about the tripod or changing the lens. This camera is awesome. It's awesome. Now let's go back with the best setting again. I said 1080 with 24 frames per second, and for shutter speed, I strongly recommend having an ND filter with you because if you want a motion blur and stuff like that. But if you don't have a ND filter, the shutter speed auto does an amazing job. Let me turn off the camera quick. Okay, so yeah, the ND filter would help out, but the shutter speed on this hand, the GoPro itself does an amazing job for doing auto. Like if you're walking in the house or walking outside, it does a great job adjusting to the specific brightness, But also the problem is if you don't have an ND filter, you might not have a motion blur or something like that. So that's why I recommend having an ND filter, and I'll put a link below for you guys to see as well. And another thing is a white balance. That's the biggest thing. Auto white balance does a great job for you as well. I do my own white balance because I want to get my specific white balance. I will change when I go inside or go outside, but also I have this camera on the hand that does the white balance itself, auto white balance for that camera. And this GoPro, I just use it like outside. So I use it outdoor for wakeboarding and stuff like that. That's why I have a specific white balance. Pro Tune. Yes, I do use Pro Tune. So it help me out to edit for this camera to match the color grading with this camera. Pro Tune, and ISO is 100 for minimum and 400 maximum. I don't think you need to go above 400 for ISO. I consider it ISO, but it's ISO. So, I don't never really need to go above 400, but another thing is, if you want to have a natural motion blur, you can go up to 800 without having a noise if you're outside, so 800, but otherwise, if you're really bright, come down to 200. I don't know if you can come down to 200 for minimum, so that's why I just keep it at 100 to 400, that's it. What I love about this camera is inbuilt video stabilization. It does a great job. I was totally blown away by the video stabilization. I can run right now and it will be stabilized for you. And that really help you out for post-production. You don't have to worry about editing too much So this camera basically does it in production itself by, this camera by itself. So you have an easier post-production, and that's why I recommend having this camera as your first, so you can learn about the editing and then step up to the newer camera if you want to. Next is auto low light. I don't use it as much because I'm always outside. I don't, film in the dark. I use my DSLR for in the dark. But if it's camera, auto low light, I wouldn't use Pro Tune because Pro Tune produces a lot of noises in the dark. So I turn off Pro Tune and turn on auto low light, and it does a great job for you. And so let's do a test on this camera. So let me turn on this camera and then let me show you how this worked well. So let's turn on this camera and let me show you how well this works. So right now I'm on 1080p of 24 frames per second, as you can see right here. Yes, I know there's a little battery. Let's get this going now. So now you can see on this camera, it's vlogging, the audio does an amazing job, in video stabilization. So like when I run, like I'm running right now, it's stabilized for you. And if I want to wakeboard, or if I'm outside, if the sun's really bright, it does a job for you. Like I said, the camera is basically doing a production of its own to make it easier, make your life so much easier. And that's why I love about GoPro Hero Sit. I use a Sony for my vlogging camera right here, but GoPro will be an excellent in-budget camera for you guys to use. So that's why I think it is important to keep your money low and start when you're starting out. Just use a GoPro first to help you out, improve and build up, and like you can build your way up into more advanced technology as you improve. So let's go back into Sony right now. So yes, you just saw this footage I made from this GoPro Hero Sit. That's why I think it's the best camera to start out with, because you can use it in the water, you can vlog in the water, you can vlog anywhere. It's small, easy to travel. You can like skydive and vlog, or clip jump into the water and vlog at the same time. That's why I love this camera. So that's why I recommend this camera for first beginner vlogging. And also another thing, if you're using different mount, like if you can't reach it or anything, I strongly recommend having a Wi-Fi remote as your mount right here. So yeah, Wi-Fi remote does a great job for me. I don't really need it because I have a camera right here, but when I do, this is really helpful. Like when I use it on the Wave Runner, or like if I have a selfie stick, this really helped me out, and I can use it for vlogging as well. So yeah, I will put this in the link below for you guys to see it as well. And I think it's like $75. It's really pricey, but still, these, handheld mount, this camera, and this Wi-Fi remote, it's a great budget to start out with. So that's all I have to say for today. I want you guys, please subscribe down here. If you already subscribed, hit that bell button for notification when I post the next video for you guys. So you can stay and follow me up. I hope you guys have a clue of whether if you want to start out with a Hero Sit, and I hope I help you guys out. And that's all I have to say. I apologize for late video posting, and I'm gonna let you guys know I have a challenge coming up for you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't make a promise on that. I wish I could, but it can be either Tuesday or Wednesday. I guarantee you guys that. Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not going to tell you the challenge. It's going to be with my sister. So that might be give you a little hint. She's a girl, so there's something girly going on. So that's a hint for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy again. Enjoy your night. I hope you had a great weekend. And, sun's out. It hasn't been raining here in Wisconsin. It's really dry, but it rained once this week. Have a great night. Don't let the darkness catch you. I need to press it on this.